Welcome everyone. Just when we wanted to go live, I realized AMD finally announced the Threadripper here, 5000 series. Probably worth a dedicated video about this, I guess. What we were longing for. What do they have here now? 59. Anyway, we have some stuff to do. Just a little procrastination here. So yeah, we have mold, we have other stuff. Yeah, we have mold, open source mold. Right? We have the PowerPC stuff to fix from yesterday. I even thought maybe this is a previous video, right? Recurring subscribers. Maybe this is even an LTO issue. So we had here the other day PowerPC, and while we are at this mold, we've actually as usual, right? Daily open source routine here, totally fully loaded and if not overloaded ourselves with all these 24 plus architectures. We also have Asahi Linux as they prepare for the first beta also release, and it's like, yeah, you package all this stuff, and this also doesn't build anymore because did we have a Pixman update, by the way? So this Asahi stuff, we recently you update all this stuff, and then of course this stuff doesn't build anymore. So we probably want to also change that to the latest upstream, so not making this stuff up. You of course can change this with either building this in, but yeah, importing the latest and greatest stuff, and then it's like array SPH, ID apple of match undeclared here. It's like, yeah, C programmers and state-of-the-art stuff. Probably easily fixed by either building that differently or not enabling that, or updating this to the latest commit. 4 days ago, yay, merged stuff. So yeah, let's probably start with that. It's not in the title, but of course we are known for doing everything else. So this is 8.2. Also, I think I clicked on that potentially wrong. There. What? Well, I wanted OV. The problem is if we. So was it this one? AO2A, because I need this as text. AOCE. Target architecture ARM 64 Linux. Oh darn, why did this? Did I not? I thought I copied. Maybe this may. Whatever. Copy and paste. You have the Linux desktop. The problem is usually I use our helper. Maybe I should change our helper to also support architecture overlays, because that is why I can't use our helper script for that. Let's check what is their current version. That is, of course, intuitively in the makefile. Or they changed to 5.17. RC6. 17. Did we say RC6? So obviously should somewhat match. We could ignore it, but then we would fill our mirror with strangely named files. 5.17. Let's hope this is AO. This is not A. CE 482. This probably should be config ARM 64 Linux. So while this is loading, all right, Firefox update, right? Last night's probably, yeah, yesterday evening's IT news, right? Firefox, you want to update, and Linux kernel, you want to update everything every day. Cheers. Mold. So what have they done? The new high-performance linker. I must say I really love this independent project. I mean, not because we love independent developers, but they really do. I mean, this is also the thing, right? 30 years of GNU binutils, and it's like one individual motivated developer, yeah, you know what, all this code is, C code is, yeah, let's do this high performance in C++, and I really love this individual stuff. So mold, so this is again new options, new compatibility, like exotic esoteric options here of server sections and other fun stuff. I wonder if eventually, probably soon, they can link the Linux kernel. Even in performance, if it wasn't fast enough, right? Optimizing the freaking heck out of it. Memory usage, reducing the size of frequently allocated objects, and 6% reduction maximum resident set size RSS, linking Chromium, bug fixes and improvements and stuff. We probably, did we cross-compile this? Probably. Let's. I always prefer, yeah, also checking out the Linux kernel. Docs is not even skipping a frame right now with this massive checkout here. Only need to be a successful YouTuber to get your Vodafone Docs cable fixed. There also is a new Vulkan header version. Let's see, do we have scripts update Vulkan headers? What Vulkan? Oh, also it did this one. Yeah, why? Or maybe I should. Our data should, actually I should run data, to be honest. I should probably really optimize our data bot to update even more stuff, because as you see, this is just done. Any releases right yet? What? Okay, because all this text. Of course it is. Oh wait, they are at 1.3 now. What? Yeah, what I should really do is, instead of manually doing any update, I probably should in this time invest into making data so that it auto updates this. And wait a second, why? So did they keep the minor number and increase the major number? What? Something. Whatever. Oops. Okay, this was not helpful. Use fancy key bindings and then. Nah. Yeah, binutils. We have a real bug to fix. That also build what is with the loaders. This is Altivec. I also thought this is also a little bit of a thing with LTO, right? I wonder, I don't think it's an LTO regression or thing or support marginality, but basically if we compile, so the issue is we compile 1 or 2, maximum 3 files in Pixmin with Altivec, and that's a little bit of an LTO thing, right? I wonder if this LTO stuff even supports that, right? Like all the files are PowerPC, not Altivec, and 3 object files, and then GCC tells the assembler, it's like, yeah, we optimize for PowerPC G3 or store. Yeah. Anyway, we will take a look in a second. Vulkan loader also, maybe they changed something at the loader. Where is, was it that one? So that, of course, that here. Yeah, we didn't update this for like 6 minor versions or so. What was the Vulkan loader stuff? This is loader in Kronos group Vulkan loader. Why is it not? Do they not update this very often? 152 tags in. No, there's an update. Good that we check this. Yeah, we need to better our data, obviously. I think I get a phone call. Back in a minute or two. So people talk with me, real life and stuff. So updates, what is going on here? Mold, did we commit this? So yeah, welcome back. That was a phone call, probably a long one. That is live streaming with phone calls. So mold, high performance stuff there. So did we, this update, so that is ARM64, what was it, job to Linux, and here some patch doesn't apply anymore, not really. I tried to delete this already while talking on the phone, that didn't immediately. What did we build there? ARM. ARM logs Vulkan loader. What's going on here? What? Something. Isn't it nice when you don't see the freaking build? CMake error at string equal unknown argument specified. What the heck? What is that even? Can't make this stuff up. Doesn't even build for ARM. 7085. I should have memorized this. What was it? Line number 230. What? Why does this error out? Oh yes, why is here arch? What? CMake system processor string equals what? Is that system processor? Why is no argument specified? Gotta love this new modern build systems, don't we? Unknown argument specified. What if given argument string equal unknown arguments? What freaking wow, just wow. Yeah, this is a recurrent criticism of totally not a fan of this modern build system. So I mean, previously you at least freaking could understand the error message. Now it's like, what's the freaking even try to tell me? Also, yeah, this day and age, right? Domain-specific languages that have they want to build something better, and then better is error messages that you can't pass as a human. At least I would expect proper. I mean, sure, they would call it proper as an argument, whatever. But, so we had to patch there. What do we do in this patch? Assembler works. Okay, we already patched something away. Could that be somewhat related? Maybe. That's okay. Linux builds. Latest Arch Linux kernel. I mean, probably we couldn't potentially disable that and cross-compile with that off. I would guess this also should fail for, let's try to build this natively. I would guess it fails the same. No, that fails differently. Thank you very much. We didn't build the headers first. Okay, it builds in theory, so how would it not work for cross-compiling? I mean, we could previously we disabled something. How would this? I mean, I guess the system processor doesn't work off. I really hate debugging this stuff. This is such a waste of time, to be honest. I mean, there must be something wrong with this here, with the CMake system processor. We otherwise patch this. Do we patch this wrong? Maybe it is. You know what? Probably this is using our uname wrapper wrong. I have the or system. This is so bizarre. I mean, obviously the system processor must be somehow. The strange thing is that, you know what, I think I disabled that. Here's, by the way, assembler works. Oh, wait a second, they have here now use gas. Oh man, is that amazing. Okay, the ARM Linux kernel is also not yet fixed. Maybe is it still the same? No, this is Sun Plus UART. Why is each time some other stuff broken? Can't make the stuff up. Yep, our life on YouTube, fixing the unfixable. If you want to support this madness, there's Patreon and GitHub and YouTube membership and OnlyFans, because I wish I would make this build errors up. Did I not revert that? Okay, we patched that to false previously. I wonder what is with the system processor thing. I think I for a try I simply disable it until we have too much time. Sometime between now and forever. Where is this? Why did it not find that? Oh, it did. Oh, yes, I did. And the other for the other, I think, can we override this with an option? This, of course, will not just work. Oh, it was alright. This was feeling differently. What? No, it's on patch cross. Ah, we added this. Sorry. Local order. And in protocols install. Wait a second. Why do we have user include and not root? What was the syntax of? Still doesn't build. Oh wait, it's still the same? This could, by the way, be a problem. Font assembler, maybe this should be GAS and not GCC. Oh, what is it? No, they use GCC as assembler because, of course, I do. Hmm. 230, this is so strange. I thought we disabled that. Why is this evaluated if we do in here's use gas? Right, I think we did this wrong. I often do this wrong because it's so unintuitive. I think I forgot the capital -D. Because why should this be reasonable? Of course it is. Yeah, that is the thing that I don't really quite get. That why do they need to? I mean, who would want to type -D like that? You know what, let's add a to-do of loader cross SM and this. Alright, we could can commit this like that. Yeah. So not super ideal, probably should work, but if I make it any better, you couldn't afford it anymore unless you share, like, and subscribe, and membership and sponsorship and stuff. So they fixed one issue. It's this also, yeah, I mean, this probably is a ASI or upstream Linux kernel regression, because before I switched to this ASI branch, this worked. I mean, here we could check if we need this. Why is this output so strange? Is this our debug output or? Slightly wonder, did we leave some stray residual stuff in here? Oh darn, I have here some, oops. It's probably this one, SD, yeah, it's that. That was from some porting, rediffing, rebasing. Yeah, pro tip, actually double and triple check your stuff, which I usually do, but yeah, overlooked that. So Sun Plus, the question is where this is coming from. Let's check Sun Plus if this is something we need or not sure. This doesn't sound the newest, but that could also be Sun XI or something of All-Winner or whatever that was. Let's try whatever, something. I mean, we could theoretically put that it has the highest priority, but I mean, probably this probably is missing, like from the small fragment, right? 20 years of experience. And seeing the kconf, I think it's probably missing an ifdef console thing there, but unless someone pays me for this misery, it's getting disabled. So, binutils, as promised, how long is this PowerPC? So that it could also be, maybe we should check multiple things. One thing is, maybe this is an Pixman also regression. Maybe that's not the binutils regression. Pixman of log and update. No, this update is stone old. By the way, do we still need this, or do we have? Because sometimes we had. No, why is there no? Really no. Okay, then it's also not a Pixman. Pixman. Is that even? I was a little bit suspicious if. Is even Pixman org? Is that real? Sometimes there are some fake sites. No, this is 040 here as well. Because there need to be so many downloads. Okay, so then it is not a Pixman regression either. We could check. I have the feeling this is a binutils regression proper. Ah, this is already no LTO. For what reason is this no LTO? Okay, so then it's also not no LTO. And then I'm a little bit further curious. Does it really not LTO? The usual win-win-win situation of one thing investigating another thing. I should... this even built at least for ARM64. Amazing stuff. No, I don't. We probably, as we unlock that for LTO, what did we mark? Why did I do that? Also, I mean, okay, so this is a long time ago. It is always a possibility of this. Are there even updates after that? So there is always a possibility that they fix that either in GCC binutils or Pixman code changes. Let's do just 3 test builds, see if that's mostly working. We should also test this. Not only compiling is one thing, that it doesn't segmentation for it and has missing symbols is another. So off-topic questions, all questions welcome, especially on days where we don't have so many. Let me also scroll that maybe. Regarding yesterday's stream, we want to take a look at some microkernel written in Altivec. Oh, interesting. Used on some NATO certified devices. It sounds amazing. Didn't know that. Thanks for that. I love source codes, by the way. And that is not like entirely off topic, right? I mean, at least IT and stuff. So Pixman, I would say let's remove this mark, and also I would wonder if, I mean, this is not like a real fix. If this is hiding that, I'm not even expecting that to hide this, as I outlined some 10 minutes or so ago. I would even expect that LTO has maybe some issue. So this is still similar, this is still the same, and maybe even with LTO, maybe we even delay this message. I mean, we could, what could we do? Because with LTO, I mean, the issue is that we are building, I mean, besides that, it is most likely binutils regression of not actually, or GCC and or binutils, not supporting Altivec with G3 plus manual Altivec. But so let's see. I wonder how LTO fares, because okay, so yeah, I think this is actually exactly as I expected that, to be honest, because it is actually a really tricky LTO thing, right? That some files, and that is actually really, I mean, I often blame stuff of why is this stuff so shitty and imperfect and stuff. But with other stuff where I complain, that's actually within reasoning. This actually is such a rare exotic case. I would actually argue, wow, this is really a complex problem of some files. Also, I mean, you could still solve this, right, with, I mean, solve and solve. The LTO stuff could mark this couple of files with MABI Altivec, and the others not. The only tricky thing is, I mean, to the assembler, you only have global. I mean, this is really, yeah, so that only made it more complicated. Now the file builds, but the file compiles, but delays the link error. So I think it's an improvement to have Pixman LTO. I think we leave that. And I think we probably, to be on the safe side, we want to if you, yeah, so somehow question sent a link. Somehow YouTube blocks this. I checked already 3 times, although I didn't like globally disable something. It is announcing that in this chat, in this real-time chat, you somehow can't send a link. You can mangle the link of putting spaces after the domain or so that it's not like a full URL, like domain and stuff, space / space or something that probably should work. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, ADA is a little bit old-fashioned, so I mean, it's certainly nice to take a look at. It's probably not something I would majorly work on or use, but I appreciate this feedback nonetheless. Maybe I heard once about this, but I don't remember like really looking at it though. I think now that you say this, I once heard something about an ADA kernel, but yeah. So LTO, we have some pattern for that. LTO in that I just copy here this one. That is, of course, saves a lot of time. Always copy this stuff. Maybe we should even... Oh, darn. Just didn't copy what I deleted then. So, due to that, PowerPC, let's better comment for selective Altivec. And so all PowerPC removes this LTO stuff, so this improves. I'm actually inclined to commit it like that already, or in, yeah, let's see. So how do we fix the rest? So Linux is still building. This probably should change the error again, how it was initially. So far we haven't gained anything, I guess. So that should error out directly linking the file. I mean, in this case, so I really would argue, I mean, we could, you know what we could do? I mean, either we could directly build an old binutils version to find out. I'm pretty sure that built previously, as I'm repeating myself. Alternatively, we could go in here and see if GCC passes down Altivec to the assembler. I think we quickly do that. I think it was building with Ninja or something, right? I think it was like this one. Because we did this already the other day. So we pass that down, we checked this the other day, that should be with... No? No, copy Altivec. This is... why is this not here? I slightly wonder why this is only visible here though, but so new command, so it should definitely be in there. Let's maybe copy that. Can we run it like that? How do they build that here? So maybe as trace fvo log. So gas, no gas. Glaucus has thoughts on mold. Let us know. You mean you have thoughts on mold? Ah, yes, AS. So, Altivec. I don't see. I mean, I searched for Altivec. It's not in there. Altivec. So we have GCC Altivec. We have. That is still wrapper. Still GCC. What do we have here? Still GCC. Gen, I should know CC still there. If Glaucus, if this is the question, you need to finish a question with a question mark, right? My thought, if you, yeah, maybe I allow you a minute to clarify whether you have a question or. Okay, what are my thoughts on the mode linker? What I've seen is, I mean, yeah, the performance of course impressive. Actually, I didn't actually have also for LTO. I mean, maybe the point. It's on one thing nice to have more modern and high performance tools. On the other, as far as they write themselves, it's not the most performance increasing for LTO link time optimization, because the compile time of link time optimization is the biggest part. So given that normally you would build everything with link time optimization for the highest performance, maybe it's not the most important thing, but in any, also, yeah, for me, like spending more time on exotic stuff, that is mostly like any minute I spend, I will probably never get back in improved link time. So it's nice to have alternative tools, especially people working on high performance. I see it also more like a technology demonstration of what is algorithmically and like nicer readable code possible, and not necessarily that I would need this. Also, on the other hand, if you, also, yeah, I don't, Chromium, do they LTO their whole browser? Maybe not, because too huge. Maybe even for people like Google, it is an improvement if they like continuous integration and build Chromium all day. But for me, I have already enough regressions that I'm not really feeling like having more regressions with an alternative linker. So mostly packaging for nice to have, and because we can. And yeah, I only wonder that. So yeah, PowerPC has Altivec. So is this a GCC regression? Oh, wait a second. Does it need MS? Or is it the same? Or maybe it needs also MVSX potentially. Maybe it doesn't only need, maybe that is the issue, because it has VMXs. VMX. Also, I didn't see, was there something to, but yeah, always, I just, let me grab another coffee, or you know what, let's not coffee, let's, let's simply hydrate without coffee to potentially one day find a sponsor. Not sponsored. I'm a little bit wondering, what was, right, was it, I think we had here already V, maybe we need size number 24. Oops, not escape, I wanted actually too much typing on a Mac. Oh, darn, I wanted AS. AS pix, what do I even, Altivec. It has many though. It has even Altivec many. Wait a second, this is AS. Why does it, so we have even many for some reason. And this still failed? It's also a little bit hard to read and follow. Maybe I shouldn't build with this GCC. Where is our, what is the exact error? And let's, also it has any. We should check. I also don't remember offhand. Is this all Altivec, or is it, maybe there's some Altivec 2 of VMX with some more. Just programming. Yeah. I think there is some new Altivec or some Altivec 2. Generate code that uses vector, scalar, VSX instructions, built-in functions that allow. What is any, so there's probably only PowerPC. Many and any. For any architecture, PowerX, PowerPC. What the heck? You're freaking kidding me. So I wonder, do we have... I wonder if we need VMX or is there... I think there was a new version. Is it VSXV? Yeah, that's also the wrong one. Vector Scala instruction. Would they tell us if... Maybe we should check if that is Altivec or... darn. AS, RT, but this is run power bin AS that is passing Altivec down, Altivec any, at least as far as I could see there. Let's check if or either with the internet search or why is this not? Oh no, what? Should this not be? Maybe this is generated by surrounding code, so PowerPC. I would actually... How did I... No, what did I even... Not even. I think I was... What do we have there? PowerPC Altivec. Actually, I would prefer a freaking ISA PDF. STVX, for example. Do they write here store vector indexed x form that effective address? Where would they write what that is part of vector store instructions? Was there not some introduced VSX vector scalar instructions with extend SMD? How was the Altivec previously named? Apple and VMX at IBM and PSME. So vector VMX, and what did we call it? Ah, yes, VMX and VSX. So VSX is vector scalar extension. So that is probably the new stuff that I remembered. So maybe that needs actually additionally, maybe nobody really tested it ever or something. I don't know what. Let's try if Altivec Meson demos. Here is VMX, so they only have Altivec there. The problem is, do we need to, oh no, Altivec. Just some random guess. Why does no some? Did this build now? Darn, I didn't. Maybe this I should not have locked it. So do we have this in? Looks like maybe that built now with VMX. What did we put in there? I need to do some trick 17 because I edited this wrong. So yeah, not really sure what they've done there. Of course, theoretically we should, but we don't have VSX there. How is it getting in there? I think there's something. I think there's something wrong going on in some way, shape, or form. I mean, it has here VMX, but I mean, this I call this Altivec, so what? Don't tell me we. Why does this not apply? What? Oh darn! I don't know why. What? Maybe because I hadn't edited this comma wrong. Linux kernel still doesn't build for. Yeah, so much to supporting out of tree stuff that always fails. Yeah, complexity and stuff, right? Monolithic Linux kernel. Of course, stuff fails implicit. I mean, how can this stuff always? I mean, sure, it's a release candidate, but why is there again something? Are you freaking kidding me? You can't really make this up. This is so hilarious. Okay, now this is really built with. Not sure what's going on with this Altivec stuff. Where were we? We were at this SI stuff. Yeah, but this is also wondering. I'm complaining unnecessarily for too much. What was the? I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's not mainline. It's out of tree stuff. But how can it be that? This stuff always fails. Too big to build, I guess. Fungible, so fun didn't grab. By the way, are there more? Apparently really hard to write a what is the why is here not, or maybe it's FE? Okay, fine, whatever. Let's disable the whole thing. I mean, it's somewhat pointless to document what is exactly is failing there, because this and more, whatever. It's mostly goodwill here that I even comment this, otherwise it's somewhat pointless. So yeah, I wonder you know what, let's try if we need to disable that LTO for Pixman. This also builds interesting. Didn't expect that. Does it also build for 64? 32? This should be the same. Did we not build this yet? I think I do the rare thing here and commit this individually, so on. Looks like this is really not necessary. So some of the LTO stuff apparently does work with selectively building some files with it. I commit this. So this is my pro tip, what I said so often. Often I commit stuff together, but in this case it is really so different that if we revert this, like LTO breaks for most stuff, which I'm not yet expecting, but this is why you don't commit stuff together, so that you can individually revert that. This removed no LTO from Pixman. And individually the hotfix there. I'm not really, so this was FSX, so yeah, I mean, they have here, yeah, whatever, I don't really care the most right now, you know what, theoretically I should, I mean, this is also the time-consuming stuff, right? Test Altivec on Pixman, that the selection indeed does work properly with G3, and also that the stuff works on the G5. Because Pixmap obviously is a little bit more widely used, so that would be little point to cross-compile the whole distribution for this PowerPC stuff, and then it's segmentation files for everyone, because who has the latest and greatest PowerPC silicon? Obviously very few people. Hotfix, even I don't. Pixman for PowerPC, Altivec. How did we? VSX. Yeah, it does build. Does it work? There's a reason why I constantly ask for more share, like, subscribe, and Patreon, and OnlyFans, and all this good stuff. Is that all I promised in the video? I think it is. It's of course long enough as usual, longer than expected. Also, maybe we wait a second until we see if that builds. Shouldn't be too long. How long do we? 18:10, 5 minutes in. So Vulkan be updated. Was there anything? There's also an Apple event. I wonder if I should summarize the Apple event. I mean, and maybe I should. If I want to become a more successful YouTuber or stuff. Yeah, that's probably it. I hope the Linux kernel, the Asahi stuff builds again. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and Patreon and GoFundMe and stuff. And I hope to see you soon for all more amazing stuff again to come.